Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh, I've missed gisting with you guys, but I'm back here again and I remain your Winnipeg host for the most, Edna. And this is my safe space with Edna. Thank you for always coming back to my show. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for following. Please keep subscribing, share to family, friends, and even your enemies. All right. What do you think about those previous videos? Have you dropped your comment? I want to read from you. If you're just watching this video and you've not watched my previous episodes, please feel free to binge watch on them and tell me exactly what you think. All right, let's dive straight into today's episode. And today we are not talking about anything that has to do with family, marriage, or relationship. We are talking about some real life issues. Not to say those previous ones are not real life issues. They are real life issues that are happening daily. They are pain points for a lot of people, but a little digression from all of the marriage or relationship issues. And let's talk about workspace. Okay, workspace relationship, boss and employee relationship. A lot of us come in from different parts of the world, right? I don't want to stress Western Africa a lot, but most people come in from different parts of the world and migrate to Canada, and they experience different level of work relationship. Some have it good, some have it bad, some have it interesting. I'm sure if you ask a lot of Western African people about their work-life experience, we are going to hear a whole lot. And while we will unpack more of that in broader discussion, like group discussion where I invite people to the show, I wanted us to have a prelude into that discussion. So let me go right into reading this lady's story. Okay, she says, my new manager keeps second guessing me. This makes me feel less confident at work. I've not been at peace at work since she has resumed a few months ago. So here is the full story. This story was from Instagram by a Nigerian lady in Canada. People send in stories to her, so she shares. And I follow her. While reading this story, I realized that a lot of people are equally experiencing something similar like this, and it's often not talked about, or probably there are no avenues, no platforms to have such discussions. So I'm bringing that platform, but let's have a prelude of what it's going to look like. I am sending you this from Ontario to get advice from the community on what my next step should be. Kindly keep me anonymous. I got a great job offer about a year of doing hustle jobs when I came to Canada in 2023. My job is an answer to months and months of intense job search and prayers, because finally I stopped sending out my resume every day and could afford to stop doing my weekend side hustle to pay my bills. Now, the issue is last year, August, the manager that hired me left the organization and a new manager took over. Since my new manager resumed, I have not been at peace at work. The first day she met with my teammates and I, everyone briefly introduced themselves. When it got to my turn, she spent time asking me where I'm from, how long I've lived in Canada, and things like that. Why was that necessary? That's my first question. Was that a general question to everyone? Did you ask everyone the same question? If you did, okay, that's fine. But if you didn't ask everyone that same question and you're just asking me where I originally come from, how exactly is that your business? Ma, sir. Let's continue. I found it weird because my previous manager never made me feel different from the rest of my teammates. I am the only black person in my unit and we are 12 of us. At team meetings, when I make my contribution, I am the only one she would have additional questions for, or say things like, do you mean to say so and so? Wow. I never had this issue with my previous manager. Now I don't feel confident to give my suggestions at team meetings when she would keep second guessing every contribution I make. During our first unit meeting this new year, she asked how we all spent the holidays. It reached my turn and she started asking if I celebrate Christmas in Africa. and what it's like and things like that. Wow. For the first time in over a year I got this job, I started looking for other jobs. Going to work no longer feels the same. I'm bothered because I don't know what approach to take. Should I speak up and tell her how I feel? Should I raise this through our private channel to HR? I am an introvert and would prefer not to confront anyone. Or should I just quietly be looking for other jobs? I do my job well, but I'm also worried about when she has to give her performance review. Will she not sabotage my career in the organization? I need advice from everyone, please. Has anyone gone through something similar, and what step did you take? Wow, wow, wow. A lot of these things happen to immigrants. Should I say Black immigrants? I don't know. I mean, I'm representing the community of Black immigrants, and I don't know if this happens with every other immigrant who migrated to Canada, but this often plays out with Black immigrants in Canada. Why? Why does it feel like people don't believe in our capabilities? Why is it that we have to feel colonized afresh? Like we were not colonized enough. We have to feel a fresh level of colonization or colonization, whatever English that is. But it's so sad that a lot of this has spread across every Black person who finds themselves in any organization. I'm privileged to be in an organization and with a team where my job is not second guessed. We work as a team. I'm literally the only Black person in the management team, but my color is not seen. We all work as a team. No one sees my color. We work together. My manager is amazing. I don't know what kind of word to describe her, but she's over the top amazing. When I came to the organization, a lot of people told me, oh, you're lucky to have this manager. She's so good. She's so amazing. This woman knows her onions. Like she's at the top of her head. She's really now solutions to you like this. She's super intelligent. Of course, she has had lots of years of experience, but this is intelligence speaking. She's intelligent. She knows how to tackle things. And I've learned a lot from her. Like just sitting beside her and hearing her talk. My head is blowing. Like I'm learning a lot from her. And she's so open to it. Like, and now, if you want to learn anything, if there's anything you feel like can help you with, support you with, however you feel you need to grow in this organization, just walk up to my office, check my teams, check my calendar, it's up to date, hit me on a call, just let me know. She's so open. And I find that as a privilege because I see some people in the same organization who don't have it half as good as I do. And it's so sad. What would you be your advice to this lady? I know a lot of immigrants experience this. Are you experiencing it in your place of work? How have you been able to handle it? Because honestly, looking for another job is no joke. Oh my God. I was discussing with a friend sometime last year and he was telling me how he sent 797 job application before he got the job he's doing. 797. That's approximately 800 job applications. That's 200 away from 1,000 job applications that he had to send before he got one job. So sending applications is no joke. You come into the country as a professional from wherever country you're coming from. You come with probably as a chartered accountant, you come as a medical doctor, you come as a project manager, you have all your certifications because we can read. In Nigeria, they read. We read. We are bookies. We live in a country where there is assertiveness, there is competition on how good, how intellectually sound you are, how successful you are. Your success is described with what you can gather. Do you have big cars? Do you have big houses? Do you have a good job? Do you ride, that kind of thing. That's how success is measured in the country where I come from. So people are doing everything they can to make sure they succeed. So they read. Some would have done their master's, doctorate. They also come here and come and add more knowledge to it. Because the moment you enter here, you literally have to do 1 or 2 certifications to be ultimately recognized in the country. And while I would say that's not a completely bad idea because we have seen it play out where people do not understand the system and they mess up, right? So I agree it's really, really important to do so. But when we still go through all of that, and then you find yourself working in an organization and you are being second guessed, like you don't know what you are doing, asking if we celebrate Christmas in Africa. Take her to Niger. Let her see that till December. If she will not be tired. But it's so sad that these things happen and it's not often talked about. Like there is no platform to have such discussion. So here is me doing should I say birthing the foundation for that discussion. Let's have a round table talk about this workplace discussions. What has it been like? I want to hear people's experience and I want them to share their life experiences with others as well. What has it been like for you? Are you happy in your place of work? Do you feel safe? Are you second guessed? Are you learning? What has been the progress so far? You've been there for how many years? We want to have these discussions. We really need to unpack this and dissect it. But then, till that happens, I want to hear from you. Please comment and let me hear your opinion. What advice would you give this young lady? Would you tell her to start looking for another job? Would you tell her to report to the HR? I would say, in my opinion, if there is an HR business partner and there is a private line, like she said, that she can use to reach out to them, she should. Honestly, she should. I feel that would help a bit. But then that could also put her on the spot. You know, all this fear here and there. Let me hear from you. What do you think? What would you do if you were in her shoes? Or what advice would you give her hearing this story? What would you tell her to do? Till I come your way again, I remain your Winnipeg host to the most, Edna. Bye for now. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And see you again in my next video. Bye now.